Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Hawks DIY. Well, as I said in the last video, I was gonna take this thing out and go fishing. Well, I did that. It's kind of windy out there. It's like 20-mile-an-hour wind gust. And the dang trolling motor was only running at like 20 or 30%. So I'm gonna have to dig into this situation and see what we've got going on. I predict I've probably got 1 or 2 bad batteries, but they were fully charged when I left, and so anyway, we're going to dig into this today and see what the heck I've got going on. So I tell you what, if it ain't one thing, it's about 10. All right, here's the deal. I've got 3 batteries, and so I got a 36-volt system. And so, just to give you a little background here, this Die-Hard battery over here is new. It's I bought it like a year or 2 ago. And so, that one should be fine. We're gonna test it, but it should be fine. Now these two, on the other hand, this one here is a Academy Sports, whatever brand that was, and then this is an Interstate. So I predict it's one of these two or both that are basically gone out. So anyway, let's get the tester out. I'm going to undo all of these wires so that I can test each battery individually. I don't want them in chain together like this for testing purposes. So anyway, let's get started and let's start doing that. All right, fellers and fillettes, I got my handy dandy Viking battery tester here, and we're going to start testing these 2 batteries that I suspect are bad. Let me get my ladder in position here. All right, I guess let's start with this one. Okay, so negative, positive. Okay, so we're on the main menu. We're gonna go battery system test, battery test, enter. This is going to be a standard flooded battery, co-cranking amp. This one says 555. Enter. It's not a vehicle battery. Enter. So it's testing. So let's see what we find out here. Okay, it says good, pass. State of health 100%. State of charge 100%. Measured CCAs 945. So it's showing that battery's good. Okay, so let's move on to the other one. And I had an Interstate battery in here before. And looky here, guys. I think I found the culprit. This one's deader than a doornail. I'm not even getting a... Hold on. No, I'm wrong. I got it on the wrong terminals. Oh man, it's been one of them days. All right, let's go here. Let's see what we got. All right, battery system test enter, battery test enter, standard flooded battery, CCAs. This one has 675. So we're gonna round that up to 675. Okay, and enter. It's not a vehicle battery, no. So we're testing this one. Ah, here's the culprit. Bad, replace, state of health, 0%. State of charge, 0%. Measured CCA, 5. This thing's completely dead. Well, hey guys and gals, it's almost a week later. Why? Well, I threw my back out. The 2 batteries I pulled out of the engine or the bay there in the back of the boat, and come to find out that diehard battery's dead too. So I got 2 bad batteries. So since I threw my back out pulling the batteries out almost a week ago, I decided that until I can get back on that and get some new batteries, I'm gonna come over here and work on this Fender. It's pretty bad. I don't know if you've seen my video where I rattle canned this trailer. And so basically what I decided I'm gonna do is I'm gonna fix all of this where it's just bad, and it just hurts the curb appeal. So you can see like it's really pitted right here, But I figured I'd work on that today since I can't really do much with my back the way it is. But I think I'll start with the white first and get this white part done, and then I'll start on the black. That way that'll really make that pop. So anyway, that's what's going on today, and I got my battery for my front graph. I got it charging from the other day. So yeah, it just sucked. I first day out and fishing and freaking bad batteries. It seems like it's always something every year, That's why they call it bust out another 1,000, So anyway, let's get started on this and see what I can get done today. All right, fillers and fillettes, we're gonna get started here. I'm gonna use, I just grabbed me a white t-shirt and cut it up, and I'm just gonna spray some Windex on here, make sure we get this thing cleaned up so the surface is really clean. Ooh, probably shouldn't have done that. But it'll be all right. I'll fix that. It's gonna take longer to clean. Oh, why did I do this? I should have known better. All right, that's gonna take a while. But anyway, Yeah, man, I had a bad week last week. I ended up 2 bad batteries and blew my back out. I mean, that's a bad week on a guy, I tell you. You know, us 50 years old and older, man, you know, we gotta be careful with stuff like that. You know, I can't go jerking around a 60 or 70 pound battery like I used to when I was 20 or 25, you know. So, yeah. So anyway, you see what I'm doing here is I'm just cleaning up where it pulled some of the color out of the white on the Champion emblem. That Windex, I guess it was just a little bit too abrasive. So I'm just cleaning that up, but I just wanted to make sure the surface was nice and clean before I, you know, start doing any kind of detailing, or painting, I should say. But, so we got that. We're gonna get that all good and cleaned off. And then I'm gonna tape this off. I'm also gonna have to put some stuff up to for overspray. And then we're gonna do those top pinstripes first and knock that out. And what's good about all this is a job to do sitting down, so it's good on my back, and that's a good thing. So anyway, let me get everything taped off and then I'll come back at you. All right, fellas and fellas, had some lunch and I got her all taped up. Kind of went overboard, didn't I? But hey, you gotta do what you gotta do. It's white paint, I don't want to get it all over the place. But I'm gonna do this pinstripe right here first, knock that out. But I'll tell you what, I'm moving slower than a herd of snails traveling through peanut butter. It's pretty bad. My back's killing me. But anyway, I got a rattle can here, and this is what we're gonna be using. So I'm gonna get that all shook up and get going with that. So let's get going. I'll put you up on the stand and see if we can get this knocked out. Oh, gotta get in position here. All right, let's get this all shook up. All right, here we go. Let's get her done. All right, I got one coat applied, and I'm gonna wait for about an hour and do a second coat. And this is gonna be kind of a long process because after I do this stripe, I'm gonna have to do the one right above it. So I'll have to pull tape off, retape, and all of that. So anyway, that's where we're at. So let this dry and hit it one more time, and then I'll probably call it a day. All right, fellas and fellas, I put some icy hot on my back. Man, my back I had to loosen that thing up. It was tighter than a tick on a hound dog. I mean, it's tight. So anyway, I got the second coat on here. I'm good with it. I've inspected it pretty good and I'm happy with it. So we're gonna let this dry and call it a day so I can rest and hopefully feel better tomorrow. So anyway, that's where we're at. I'm gonna have to do the top stripe next. So it's kind of a process, you know. So I guess we'll see you tomorrow. All right, guys, well, it's the next day. My back's a little better. It's not as stiff. It seems to get better each day. Today marks 1 week, so anyway, I'm gonna get to these batteries eventually, guys, so just so you know. I haven't forgotten about that. I'm just trying to let my back heal. But I've got the one of the pinstripes completed, and I'll let you take a look at it. So I've got this one here done, and so it's done all the way down. And you know, there's a few spots where it's, you know, kind of a little funky, not too outrageous, but I'm thinking that once I do the black, it'll really tighten everything back up pretty good, so not too worried about it. So now I'm gonna do this top line right here, top pinstripe, and that's gonna be next, so I need to get that taped off and try to get that one done today for sure, because I don't know if you noticed or not, but man, it's windy. Look at the treetops. I mean, they're just blowing like crazy. So there's supposed to be some thunderstorms, I think, later in the afternoon. So I'm gonna try to get going here. All right, fellas and fellas, it's time for some sprayages. So let's get this can shook up. I've been shaking it for a couple minutes now, so let's get going here. Hopefully this wind will hold off. All right, fellers and fellettes, I got that top pinstripe done, and it turned out all right, I guess. I mean, it's not perfect, but I think a lot of the little hiccups will get covered whenever I do the black, like I said earlier. So that's where we're at on this deal, and unfortunately, I don't want to do any more painting today because we're gonna get some rain here in about an hour or two. And I mean, it's windy. It's freaking ridiculous windy out here today. And you know, it's so windy, it just blows me away. See what I did there? But anyway, we're gonna call this for today because I don't want to paint anymore with rain coming, and we'll attack this again hopefully tomorrow. Just going to depend on the weather, so we'll see you then. Well, it's a couple days later, and the storms and the wind moved through, but man, it got cold last night. I think it got down to 29 degrees, which, you know, that's colder than penguin nuggets, you know what I'm saying? So anyway, I got an update on the batteries that I want to share. Basically, what we did was, actually Jeff, what he did was he put this die-hard battery, which, remember, this is only, it's only a couple years old. I bought it in May of 23, and if you look on the side here, it says July of 22 when this was manufactured. So you're looking at a 3-year-old battery. But sometimes what happens is these batteries they need to be desulfated. And so Jeff put the battery on a battery charger that has a repair feature on it where it'll repair batteries. So he put it on repair and it worked. The battery came back to life, which is really cool. And so basically, let me explain real fast what desulfation of a battery is all about. It removes the lead sulfate crystals that form on the battery plates, is what it does. And basically over time, these crystals, you know, they accumulate and they harden, and it ultimately leads to reduced capacity, increased internal resistance, and untimely battery failure. And so I looked this up, and the cause, it says, is when the battery is left in a discharged state for an extended period, or it can happen due to overcharging or undercharging. So that's it. And basically that's what happened to that battery. So I think what I'm going to do is, let me run a test real quick and I'll show you what it's testing. Now, after desulfating that battery, look at the test now. It's good. Pass. State of health, 96%. State of charge, 100%. Measured MCAs, that's marine cranking amps, 870. Battery voltage, 12.9. So, there you go, guys. If you can get one of those battery chargers with the maintenance feature on it where it'll repair and desulfate a battery, buy one of those. It's worth it. It just saved that battery. And because I was like, that can't be right. That battery's not that old, you know. So that's good news. Now, this interstate battery, on the other hand, I'm going to try to do that on it. But this one is showing, we believe this is like a 2016 battery. So it's so old. So I think what we're going to end up doing is Jeff's got a battery. He got a battery from a job he did. And it's just an extra battery. And it's August of 24. So it's what, 6 months, 7 months or whatever old. But we've tested it and it tests great. It's same size battery, 840 marine cranking amps. So we'll throw that in there and we should be good to go. We can get back out on the water soon. All right, guys, so now that I've got the batteries situated, we're going to get started on this, back on this step here. I'm trying to make this step look good again. So we've got, the other day, we got the 2 pinstripes done. So now what we're going to do is we're going to tape this all off again. I'm going to, of course, clean everything. And we're going to paint the black now. So it's going to involve a lot of taping. So I'll come back to you whenever I get it all taped off and get ready to paint. So that's the plan for today, and it's Friday, so I want to get as much work done today as I can. But it's supposed to be nice tomorrow too, so anyway, let's get going. All right, fellers and fellettes, I got everything taped up, and I'll tell you what, that took so long I had to go inside and look in the mirror, see if I grew a beard. I mean, it's ridiculous. But the reason is, you know, it takes all a long time to really cut that in with a blade, so razor blade. So we're going to get started here painting this thing and hopefully get this done today. It's my hope anyway. All right, folks, we're ready to get started here. I'm going to start on this top part here and then carry on over this way. One thing I see right away though that I need to do is there's a little bit of moisture right here. Need to get that pulled up. Oh, I taped up the parking light. I forgot to do that. So got that taken care of. All right. Well, where in the heck is the nozzle? Where'd it go? All right, I found the nozzle. So we can get started. Alright. All right, there you go. We'll have to see how this works out. All right, ladies and gents. Well, I got one coat on there, and it's getting towards the end of the day, so I think I'm just gonna let this dry and come back tomorrow. It turned out pretty good. There was one little small run right in here. Probably can't see it, but it is there. And there was a little bit of an issue here where there was some water seeping out from under this plate, and it kind of splashed up on the fender well. So I may have to maybe steel wool that down tomorrow and then maybe zap it with a couple more sprays. But other than that, it's pretty solid. So I even got up here and on the frame, because there was a few bad spots there too. So all in all, I'm pretty happy. Glad I got that far. So tomorrow we'll finish this up and then we'll get back to these batteries and hopefully get them installed. Maybe I can see if Jeff can help me get them lifted in there. And then that way we'll be up and running again. So I guess we'll see you tomorrow. Hey everybody, if you like this content, please like the video, subscribe. Doesn't cost you anything. It really helps out the channel. So anyway, it's the next morning, and I've already got another coat put on the step here and the fender, and everything looks great. I'm really happy with it. I'm gonna let this dry for a couple hours, and then we'll take the tape off and I'll show you how it looks. And then after that, we're gonna get over here and get back on these batteries And I'm gonna get the other batteries installed in here and get everything wired up so we'll be ready to go fishing. So that's the plan for today, so I guess let's get started. Well, while the paint is drying, I thought I'd come over here on the starboard side and see you know, how she looks. And I got the Windex out and a little rag and started cleaning all of this. And as you recall, I did I painted this already. You know, you can see that in one of my previous videos. I painted up to here. But looking at this step, it's the same deal. It's pitted, you know, pretty bad. And so I'll have to eventually do this side as well. You can also see, like up on the fender, you know, it's pitted, you know. So there's some on the frame too, some pitting. So eventually I will have to do this side as well, which is gonna be another big old long job. But I'm getting there. I'm just slowly knocking out one thing at a time, you know, and restoring this old champion. And I'm really enjoying it. So I just thought I'd show you that side real fast. All right, fellers and fellettes, I got the batteries back in here. Jeff helped me out. He lifted the Die Hard and the Duralast in here. And I've got everything wired back up to 36 volts. Got my multimeter on here. Hopefully you'll be able to see this. But I'll show you what we've got on voltage at least. And maybe if I face it look up here, you'll be able to see it better. So here we go. And we got, what, 38.6 volts. So we're good to go. Glad to have that done. So anyway, we can move on from this. I'm going to get the tape taken off of the fender over there and the step, and we're well on our way to having this project in the books. So let's get started on the fender, I guess. All right, the moment of truth. Check it out. Look at that. Talk about a difference. Now, it's not perfect, but it's a whole heck of a lot better than it used to be. Look how well the fender worked out. Pretty awesome. Very happy with it, very happy with it. But it was tedious work. It was a pretty good job. You just had to stay focused, you know. And so it took several days, but I got it knocked out, and really happy with the results. It just got, even when you step back, you can see how much better the curb appeal is now. So I'm really happy with that. I'm also happy that I have my batteries going again. And so we're ready to go. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Hey, also I've got a playlist for the Champion 198. So go out there and check out the playlist, because I've got all kinds of stuff out there from working on this boat, and you might enjoy those if you just caught on to my channel. So anyway, hope you liked the video. Subscribe, doesn't cost you anything, and that way you'll get notifications when I release a new video. And until the next project, we'll see you.